Aries, are you listening? If you happen to stumble across this video today, know that it's not a coincidence. The universe has gently nudged you here for a reason. This is a message meant just for you, a quiet but powerful whisper, echoing the truth of who you are, bold, fiery, and unstoppable. Before we begin this emotional journey together, if you feel even a single word resonates with your heart, please don't forget to hit the like button. Let me know that we're on the same wavelength. Share this video with your fellow Aries souls, because they too deserve to feel this fire. And of course, subscribe to this channel, because every week, I'll be here, telling you the story of you, in the softest, most loving way the universe can offer. Now, shall we begin? You are the first flame, the spark that ignites a new cycle. Aries never arrives quietly. You come into the world like a thunderclap in the stillness, with heartbeats that crash like drums, with eyes that shimmer as if they could set the sky ablaze. You are the lightning before the storm, the whisper that somehow becomes a roar across the desert silence. You were born with fire in your soul, a fire no one else can extinguish. Only you can command it. As the very first sign of the zodiac, you are the beginning, the initiator, the one who charges forward when the world still hesitates. You are the pioneer, the trailblazer, the soul that refuses to stand still while there's still something out there worth discovering. They say you're hot-headed, but what I see is honesty. People often call Aries impatient, too quick to anger, too intense, but they don't understand. They don't realize that you live with a heart that doesn't know how to lie. You speak what you feel. You express what's inside without filters, without masks. And that, dear Aries, is a gift. A rare, radiant truthfulness that not many people dare to embody. In a world full of people hiding behind layers, you are the one who shows up bare-chested, heart blazing, unafraid to be seen. That takes courage, and you have it in overflowing measure. Aries, the first to lead, the one who endures, the soul who never backs down. In every battle, you're the one who raises the flag. When someone falls, you're the one who circles back to help them rise. When the world mutters, "It can't be done," you're the one who shouts, "Just watch me." Not because you need to prove yourself, but because you believe. You believe in action. You believe in momentum. You believe that the moment you take the first step, magic begins to unfold. That is your truth. And in 2025, you will feel it more deeply than ever before. This is the year your true self awakens. You've been tired lately, haven't you? Not weaker, just weary. Life over the past few years has felt heavy, like you've been carrying too much with too little rest. At times, you've questioned your own strength. You've wondered if that blazing fire inside you was fading. But hear me now. Your fire hasn't gone out. It's just been resting, waiting for you to call it back by name. And 2025 is the year you will do exactly that. You will rise again. There will be days when you burn brighter than ever, and days when you cry from the pressure. But you won't turn back. Because deep down, you know that every step you take is leading you to the strongest version of yourself. Love will return, but this time, it will be wiser. If you're in love, or nursing the wounds of love lost, your heart may feel tender, cracked in places. You love fast. You love deep. And when you love, you give it everything as if it were the last love of your life. That makes you powerful, but it also makes you vulnerable. This year, love will find you again, but not in the chaotic way of before. This time, it will be mature, balanced, it will breathe, and it will let you breathe too. If you can learn not to demand, but instead share, you will discover a kind of love that nourishes, not drains, one that holds your fire without trying to tame it. Your career is shifting, and that's a good thing. Have you been holding on to something that no longer sparks your soul? Have mornings started to feel heavier, like you're waking up for a purpose that doesn't excite you anymore? It's time to look that truth in the eye. Don't cling to what's familiar out of fear of change. The universe is whispering to you. There are incredible things waiting for Aries beyond what you know. A new project, a bold career move, a path you've never considered. Something is calling your name. Something that makes your heart beat faster. You weren't born to follow. You were born to create the path others will follow. Be fiercely, unapologetically yourself. Maybe someone once told you that you're too much, too intense, too passionate, too loud, too sensitive, too demanding. But Aries, those too much things, they're what make you you. And you never, ever need to apologize for being who you are. The world doesn't need more copies. The world needs one blazing, wild, fearless Aries, who dares to love, dares to try, dares to fall, dares to rise. You are the first light after a long, dark night, the rallying cry that urges others forward. You are meant to shine, and 2025 is your stage. And before we go any further, if you feel something stirring inside you, if these words have lit a spark, please help me share this message by liking this video, sending it to someone you care about, and subscribing to the channel. Every week, I'll be right here, telling you the story of your own soul. And I don't want you to miss a single beat. Now, Aries, let's talk about your relationships, not just the romantic ones, but every connection that touches your life. You have this natural fire, this raw energy, that draws people in. You're magnetic without even trying. But sometimes, that same fire can burn too hot, too fast. You love hard, you argue passionately, you forgive quickly, but you expect others to do the same. And not everyone moves at your speed. Some people need more time to process emotions, more space to feel safe. That's not a flaw in them, Aries, it's just a difference. You have to remember that love isn't always about grand gestures or constant motion. Sometimes love looks like stillness, like sitting in silence with someone and just being. Sometimes it's patience, not pursuit. And I know what you're thinking, patience isn't your strongest suit. But here's the beautiful thing, you can learn. You're not limited by who you were yesterday. Every day, you wake up with the opportunity to be a little more aware, a little more intentional, a little more in control of your emotional fire. And when you do that, when you balance that warrior's heart with a sage's wisdom, you become unstoppable, not just in love, but in every area of your life. Now let's talk about your dreams. I know there are so many ideas swirling in your mind right now. So many goals, so many what-ifs. And you're not the kind of person who just dreams quietly in the corner. You dream out loud, you plan, you move, you make things happen. But sometimes, Aries, you chase so many things that you forget to ask yourself why. Why do you want this goal? Is it because it lights you up inside? Or is it because someone told you you should? Is it because you're trying to prove something? Or are you building a life that truly feels like yours? I'm asking you this not to doubt you, but to invite you into clarity. When an Aries gets clear on what they really want, on what really matters, nothing can stop them. You're a force of nature. But even a force of nature needs direction. Fire without focus just burns everything down. Fire with purpose? That's how revolutions begin. That's how empires rise. And if you've been feeling lost lately, if the fire in your belly feels more like smoke in your eyes, I want you to know, it's okay. It happens to the brightest souls. You don't have to burn out trying to be everything to everyone. You just have to come home to yourself. To remember what lights you up. To remember the why behind the fight. Now let me take a second and just say this, if you're feeling this message, if it's touching something deep inside you, then don't keep it to yourself. Go ahead and hit that like button. Share this with someone else who needs a little fire today. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel so you never miss another message like this. This space is here for you, for your growth, your healing, your journey, and I'd be honored to walk it with you. Okay, back to you, Aries. Let's talk about fear for a moment. I know, it's not your favorite topic. You're brave, you're bold, you run toward challenges when others run away. But even the boldest hearts carry fear. Yours just hides it better. And sometimes, that fear disguises itself as anger, or impatience, or this sudden need to control everything around you. But underneath it all, it's fear. Fear of not being enough. Fear of being abandoned. Fear that if you slow down, everything will fall apart. But Aries, what if slowing down is the very thing that helps it all fall into place? What if the control you're trying to hold on to so tightly is actually keeping you from receiving something better? I want you to know this, you are enough. Even when you're not moving, even when you're not leading, even when you're not achieving, you are enough just by being. You don't have to prove your worth through battle scars and broken nights. You are worthy of softness, of rest, of love that stays even when you're not at your strongest. And if no one has told you lately, let me tell you now, I'm proud of you. For how far you've come. For the courage it takes to keep showing up. Even when life knocks the wind out of you. You might not see it, but you're inspiring people just by being you. Just by refusing to give up. Just by waking up each day and saying, I'm still here. We've got more to uncover. Aries, so stay with me. And Aries, let me tell you this. even when it feels like you're standing alone at the edge of a cliff. Daring the world to push you. It's not because you're reckless. It's because you were born to lead. To take that first step when no one else dares. You see risk as a challenge, not a threat. You see resistance as fuel, not fear. And that's exactly why the universe has a soft spot for you. It knows that when others hesitate. Aries charges ahead. But I also know it's not always easy. Right? You carry a lot. People don't always understand that behind your fiery passion, there's a heart that wants to be seen, heard, and truly known. Sometimes you put up walls made of independence, of, I can do it myself. But deep down, there's a longing for connection, for someone who matches your fire. Not tries to put it out. And speaking of connection, if this message resonates with you, please do me a little favor, hit that like button. Share this video with someone who needs a little Aries fire in their life. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm here every week to bring more cosmic insight your way, and trust me, you don't want to miss what the stars are aligning for next. Now, let's keep going, because Aries, your story is far from over. In fact, it's only just beginning. There's so much more I want to share with you, about your love life, your career path, and even the inner struggles that no one else sees. Because I see you. I see that hunger in your spirit to make something meaningful out of this wild, beautiful life. Let's talk about love for a moment. Aries in love is like a wildfire. It happens fast. It's hot, and it consumes everything in its path. You don't do halfway. When you fall all the way in. Heart first, logic later. And you want that intensity in return. You want someone who keeps up with your passion, who challenges you, who doesn't flinch when you get real and raw and maybe a little overwhelming sometimes. Because let's be honest, you can be overwhelming. But that's part of your magic. You're not made to be quiet or easy or predictable. You're made to set hearts racing, to spark revolutions, to turn everyday moments into something epic. And anyone lucky enough to be loved by an Aries will never forget what that felt like. Because loving you is unforgettable. It's wild and messy and real. But you also have to learn to slow down sometimes. Not every battle is worth the fight. Not every moment needs to be a sprint. You burn bright, Aries, but burning too fast can leave you exhausted. So take care of your heart. Protect your energy. Give yourself grace when things don't go the way you planned, because not everything is meant to be conquered. Some things are meant to be felt, to be lived slowly, deeply, tenderly. You don't always have to be the warrior. Sometimes, Aries, it's okay to just be the human. And in your career? Oh, you're a powerhouse. You thrive in leadership, in creativity, in innovation. You don't follow the rules just because they're there. You question them. You challenge them. You rewrite the whole game. You were never meant to sit quietly in the back of the room. You were meant to stand on stage, to speak truth, to inspire. But be mindful of burnout. That fire of yours can sometimes become a forest fire if you don't pause to rest. Build a life that honors your energy, not just your ambition, but your peace too. You don't always need to prove yourself. You already are enough. And here's something most people won't tell you. Aries, your sensitivity is not a weakness. It's a gift. Underneath that armor you wear, there's a depth of feeling that is breathtaking. You just don't always let it show because the world hasn't always been gentle with you. But it's there. And when you allow yourself to feel without judgment, to cry when it hurts, to pause when it's too much, you become even more powerful. I know this message is long, and we still have so much to dive into: your spiritual growth, your karmic lessons, your soul's purpose. But before we continue, I just want to remind you again, if you're feeling seen right now, if you're feeling a spark inside your chest that says, yes, this is me, then please, take a second to like this video, share it with someone you love, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. There's a whole universe inside of you, Aries, and we're just getting started exploring it. And you know what, Aries? Not everyone has that kind of self-driven motivation like you do. While many are still hesitating, overthinking, or stuck in doubt, you've already rolled up your sleeves and taken action. And sometimes, that's all it takes to change your life. Just one brave first step can open up an entire adventure, where you are the one writing your own story. Whether it's about your career, your relationships, or a dream you've been hiding deep inside your heart, you hold the key. Some people might say you're reckless or impatient, but let them talk. Only you truly understand the fire burning inside your heart. And the amazing thing is, this year, The stars are genuinely on your side. Especially around mid-year, when Jupiter, the planet of expansion and luck, shines its light on your career and long-term aspirations. You'll start to see a clearer direction, something that before, you only sensed through your gut. And if you dare to seize that opportunity, success isn't just a possibility, it's something waiting right around the corner. Dear Aries, sometimes you feel alone because you think no one really understands that burning passion within you. But I'm here to remind you, you're not alone. There are people silently admiring you, waiting for you to share your vibrant energy with them. And I believe that if you share your journey, even just through a small story, a photo, or a simple smile, you'll light up someone else's life. Because the light within you is something no one else can copy. If you're watching this video and you feel like something I said really touched your heart, don't forget to leave a like. That's how you tell me you're here, walking this path alongside me. And if you think of someone, maybe a close friend, someone who's a bit lost right now, or someone you deeply care about, share this video with them. Who knows? These words might reach them exactly when they need it most. And if this isn't your first time visiting the channel, or you want to stay with me on this heartfelt astrological journey, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. That's how you and I stay connected in this big, wide universe. Back to you, Aries. There's one thing I really want you to remember. You're allowed to change. Even if you've been through failure, moments of self-doubt, or times when you wanted to give up, you still have every right to begin again. You still have every right to become stronger, better, and more true to yourself. The universe doesn't wait for anyone, but it never stops you from starting over. And for an Aries, every fresh start is just another step closer to who you truly are. Do you remember those childhood dreams? Have you ever wished to fly across the skies? To be a superhero, an artist, or someone who changes the world? Even if time has passed and those dreams seem far away now, the heart of an Aries still burns with longing, still whispers, "I can," and I want you to hold on to that. Cherish it, and let it become the fuel for your days ahead. Because when an Aries lives fully in their power, nothing can stop you. You become a symbol of courage, an inspiration for others to break free from their fears. You are living proof that all it takes is one brave soul to step forward. And the whole world begins to change in ways no one expected. So let me ask you something you may have asked yourself many times, but never truly listened to. What do you really want from this life? Think about it, not what others expect from you, not what society tells you is successful, but what truly makes your soul feel alive. Maybe it's traveling the world. Maybe it's writing a book. Maybe it's starting a small business that lights you up. Whatever it is, I want you to believe that it's not out of reach. Up next, we're going to dive deeper into every specific area: love, career, finances, health, and personal growth, one by one, all tailored for Aries. I'll continue right after this part. Now, let's talk about love, Aries. This year, your heart is in for a wild, beautiful ride. Whether you're single or already in a relationship, the energy around you is shifting, and it's asking you to be bolder, more vulnerable, and more authentic. You see, Aries, you've always been the kind of person who dives headfirst into love. You don't do half-hearted feelings. When you care with your whole soul. And even though sometimes that makes you more prone to heartbreak, it also makes your love unforgettable. If you're single, I want you to stop telling yourself that love is far away. Because honestly, it's not. There's someone out there looking for exactly the kind of passion and honesty you bring to the table. But in order for them to find you, you need to stop hiding the soft parts of yourself. Yes, you're strong and brave, but you're also tender, loving, and incredibly loyal once someone earns your trust. So don't be afraid to show that side. Let the world see your whole self. That's when real love finds you, not the kind that plays games, but the kind that stays. For those already in a relationship, this year is about deeper communication. It's about tearing down those walls that you sometimes put up when you're feeling misunderstood or hurt. I know it's tempting to shut down or walk away when emotions get intense. That's your fire reacting to pain. But real connection comes when you pause, take a deep breath, and say, "This is what I feel. This is what I need." You don't have to carry everything on your own. Aries, let your partner meet you halfway. And if you've recently gone through a breakup, I just want you to know, you are still lovable. You are still worthy, and you will love again. Heartbreak doesn't mean you failed. it means you were brave enough to try. And that in itself is a victory. Now, career and ambition, oh Aries. This is your kingdom. You were born to lead, to inspire, to blaze trails where others fear to go. This year, especially around the second and third quarter, there are major shifts in the air, and if you listen closely, you'll feel them. It might come as a sudden job opportunity, a random conversation that sparks an idea, or a long-held dream finally making its way to the surface. Asking to be born, whatever it is, don't ignore it. You may face moments of doubt, wondering if you're ready, if you're good enough, if it's the right time. But let me tell you something straight from the heart. You will never feel 100% ready. And that's okay. You don't need certainty to begin. You just need faith in yourself. Say yes to the opportunity. Apply for that position. Launch the project. Start small, if you have to. But start, because the momentum you build now, it will carry you into something extraordinary by the year's end. And if you're someone who's been stuck in a job that drains your energy, I want you to be honest with yourself. Are you staying because it's comfortable? Because it's safe? Aries, your soul was not built for cages. You were made to run free, to explore, to challenge, to grow. And sometimes, growth means walking away from the familiar in order to walk toward your destiny. Let's move into finances. This year asks you to be both bold and smart. Yes, opportunities will come, some quite lucrative. But not everything that glitters is gold. You have to listen to your intuition, especially when it comes to investment or sudden spending. Aries can sometimes act on impulse. You see something, you want it, you go after it. And while that passion serves you in many ways, in finances, it's important to pause. Ask yourself, is this really necessary? Will this bring me long-term value? If yes, go for it. If not, hold back, save more, budget smarter. You're building something lasting here, not just wealth, but freedom. The freedom to live life on your own terms. That's worth the patience. Around October, you might receive a financial gift, inheritance, bonus, or unexpected source of income. Use it wisely. Maybe invest in something that supports your dreams, a course, a trip, a tool for your business, or maybe put it aside for that long-term vision you've had. Whatever it is, trust that you're being supported. Now health, body, mind, and soul. This is the year you reconnect with your physical strength. Whether through sport, movement, dance, or simply long walks in nature, your body wants to move. It's how you process emotions. It's how you release stress. And it's how you remember your power. Don't ignore it. Also, pay attention to your sleep, your gut, and your breathing. Sometimes, your mind is racing so fast that your body can't keep up. But rest is not weakness. Slowing down is not falling behind. It's how you recharge your inner fire. It's how you come back stronger. Try new routines. Say yes to that yoga class. Start journaling, or simply sit in silence for 5 minutes every morning and ask yourself, what do I need today? Your body will answer, if you listen. And finally, Aries, personal growth, your soul's evolution. This year, you're being called to go deeper, to stop running from the shadows and finally face them. What are you afraid of? What limiting belief still holds you back? Who do you need to forgive? Maybe even yourself. Growth doesn't always come from victory. Sometimes, it comes from surrender, from admitting that you're tired, that you've made mistakes, that you don't have it all figured out. And that's okay. That's human. But the more you accept yourself, the more unstoppable you become. Read books, talk to mentors, seek therapy, explore your spiritual side, meditate under the stars, cry when you need to, laugh loudly, dance wildly, say what you mean, apologize when you're wrong, and love yourself fiercely through it all. Because this is the journey, not of becoming someone else, but of finally coming home to who you really are. If you've made it this far, it means your heart is resonating with these words. Please don't forget to like this video. It truly helps me reach more beautiful souls like you. Share it with someone who needs a little hope, a little clarity, or a little light today. And if you want to keep walking this magical journey with me, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. Let's stay connected, heart to heart, through the stars.